Hello viewers. Today we will discuss about charity worker visa. We will cover eligibility, certificate of sponsorship, financial requirements, partner-child dependence details, required and related documentation, how much it costs, healthcare surcharge, application fees, what you can and cannot do, extend your visa, application process, and decision-making time. Eligibility. To be eligible for a temporary work charity worker visa, you must meet the following requirements. You must have a reference number from your UK sponsor. You must have at least £1,270 available to support yourself, unless exempt. You must be 18 years or older when you apply. You cannot apply if you had a religious worker or charity worker visa in the past year, unless you were outside the UK for the entire time. Your employer must ensure that the job complies with UK employment law. Failure to do so can result in your application being refused. Certificate of sponsorship. A certificate of sponsorship is a unique reference number containing details about your job and personal information. It is issued by your sponsor and is not a physical certificate. Your sponsor must provide details used for your job, such as working hours. The sponsor must be recognized by the UK government, and the certificate is valid for 3 months from the date of issuance. Financial requirements for temporary work charity worker visa. Your partner or children must have a specific amount of money available to support themselves while in the UK. £285 for your partner. £315 for one child. £200 for each additional child. For example, if you bring your partner and one child, you would need £600, £285 for your partner and £315 for your child, plus £1,270 to support yourself. The money must be held for at least 28 consecutive days, with day 28 falling within 31 days of applying. Proof of funds is generally required unless you have been in the UK with a valid visa for 12 months or more, or your employer covers your family's costs during the first month, as confirmed in your certificate of sponsorship. If your family applies later, they need to show proof of funds only if they've been in the UK for less than a year. Partner and children as dependents. Your partner and children can apply to join or stay with you in the UK as dependents, if eligible. If their application is successful, their visa will usually expire on the same date as yours. For children, if the parents' visas have different expiry dates, the child's visa will expire on the earlier date. Eligible dependents. Partner, husband, wife, civil partner, or unmarried partner. Children under 18, including those born in the UK during your stay. Children over 18, only if they already have permission to be in the UK as your dependent. You must provide evidence of your relationship when applying. Partner. You must prove one of the following. You're in a UK recognised civil partnership or marriage. You've been living together for at least 2 years before applying. You've been in a relationship for 2+ years but cannot live together due to work, study, or cultural reasons. If not living together, you'll need to prove ongoing commitment through regular communication, financial support for each other, shared care for any children, spending time together, like holidays or events. Child. The child must live with you, unless in full-time education, e.g., at boarding school or university, not be married or in a civil partnership. You'll need to provide proof of their address, such as a bank statement, credit card bills, driving license, NHS registration, or a university college letter. Documents required for charity worker visa. When applying, you must provide the following documents. Certificate of sponsorship reference number, provided by your employer. Valid passport or other document proving your identity and nationality. Proof of personal savings, such as bank statements, unless your employer is covering your support costs. Proof of relationship, if your partner or children are applying with you. Tuberculosis, TB, test results if required based on your country of origin. Additional requirements. A blank page in your passport for the visa. Certified translations for any documents not in English or Welsh. Potentially additional documents depending on your specific circumstances. How much it costs. You, your partner, or children will each need to pay the application fee, pay the healthcare surcharge, which is usually £1,035 per year. You can check how much you'll have to pay. Prove you have enough personal savings. Check how much in the eligibility requirements. Application fee. The application fee for each person applying is £298. The fee is the same whether you're applying from inside or outside the UK. What you can and cannot do. You, your partner and child can study. For some courses you'll need an Academic Technology Approval Scheme certificate. Work for your sponsor in the job described in your certificate of sponsorship. Do a second job in the same sector at the same level as your main job for up to 20 hours per week. Bring your partner and children with you, if they're eligible. You, your partner and child cannot receive any payment for work. Take a permanent job. Get public funds. Extend your visa. You can apply to extend your temporary work charity worker visa. You should apply before your current visa expires. Eligibility. You must continue to meet the eligibility rules. You must be in the UK to extend your visa. How long you can stay. You can apply to take your stay in the UK, up to a maximum of 12 months, or the time on your certificate of sponsorship plus 14 days, whichever is shorter. Application. Applying for temporary work charity worker visa from outside the UK. You must apply for this visa online. As part of your application, you will need to prove your identity, which can be done in one of two ways, depending on your nationality and passport type. Visa Application Centre. Have your fingerprints and photograph taken to get a biometric residence permit. UK Immigration, ID Check app. Scan your identity document and sign in or create a UK Visas and Immigration, UKVI, account. You'll be informed of the process when you apply. If an appointment is required, the Visa Centre may retain your passport and documents while processing your application. You may need to travel to the nearest Visa Application Centre, which could be in another country. You may also have the option to pay for a faster decision. Applying from inside the UK. You can only extend your existing visa if you're already in the UK. Decision. A decision will be made within 8 weeks of your application date if you use the standard service. You may be able to pay to get a faster decision. You'll be contacted if your application is complex and will take longer, for example because your supporting documents need to be verified. You need to attend an interview of your personal circumstances, for example if you have a criminal conviction. Thank you for watching.